So we're at EVO. This is the last year that EVO will have Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. You guys have played this game for 4 years now. You've been through the ringer. This is third EVO playing this specific title. Reflecting, what do you think of how it's been at this event, and how do you think it will be this year comparative to the past?
Well, the first few EVOs, they were kind of lackluster for Smash 4.
That's a nice way to put it.
I mean, lackluster. It's degenerate word, like you said, but it got better the third year. So last year was great. We had a lot of fun. The first 2 years were kind of, like I said, lackluster. This year so far looks really good. The organization, the space usage, I feel is better this year than it has been any other year. And it's still a big event, fourth biggest title at EVO this year. So it's still strong, even though it's, looking like it's the last one for this game.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. It's been really good. This first 2 years, first off, the first year had customs on it, which if you pay attention to Smash 4, that's
I worked
awful.
on a whole feature with you, if you remember.
Yeah,
we talked
I remember
about
that.
customs
And I was like, this needs to stop, but I'll take it because I'm winning.
Yeah.
But it was really bad, and then they made a 1,800-man tournament end in 13 hours overall of the top 8.
Though.
Yeah, no. If EVO does one thing 100% correctly, it is run brackets.
Yeah.
They are so efficient with their time.
Yeah.
Which is why people are like, man, it sucks that I have to play at 8 a.m. and then 10 p.m. It's like, do you want to finish your game ever? Shut up. Just get what you got to get done. But then the second year was a 2,700? 2,600, some stupid high number. It was the highest game other than Street Fighter.
That was wild.
And again, we had Saturday noon finals. That was terrible because I literally had pools at 8 a.m., 10 p.m. that got delayed to 11 p.m. So I got out of there at 1 a.m. Then I had to eat dinner and then sleep and then wake up at 7 because I had 8 a.m. semifinals. Third year was very good though because we had Sunday, so everything was way more spread out. Yeah. And then this year we have Saturday night finals, so it's going to be fine.
What do you think about where Smash 4 is right now? It feels like a lot of people are just biding their time until Smash Ultimate comes out at the end of the year. You have some people who are taking it a lot more seriously than others. Obviously, you have people that have been in the scene for a little bit now, but have really kind of flourished. Tweak and MKLAO, they were good, but they're really kind of de facto good right now.
Yeah.
What do you think about the scene as where it stands before you transition games?
I think it's pretty healthy right now. I mean, obviously there's the internet vitriol of, wow, Bayonetta's so stupid, because she's so lame and all that type of stuff.
She's pretty good.
No, she's the best character for a reason. But, I feel like the internet hate is a little over-exaggerated compared to the community hate. Especially it's 4 of the top 10 players play Bayo, so you're going to have Bayonetta in top 8. It's going to happen, unless crazy upsets happen, right? But other than that, I think it's very healthy. A lot of the top players that have played throughout the history of the game are still playing. Ally may have dropped off in this last ranking system, but he still plays. Anti still plays. I still play. He still plays. Nairo. Zero obviously quit. But I feel like Zero quitting didn't have as much of an effect as people expected it to, because it finally made a race for number 1 as opposed to can someone beat Zero, which I feel like was a better storyline.
Just more fun overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could actually watch grand finals and be like, I have no idea what's going to happen, as opposed to there's a 90% chance Zero's going to win.
Yeah. True. Yeah, no, I feel like people would take the game more seriously if we didn't know about Ultimate still. So everyone's kind of, like you said, biding their time and waiting for Ultimate to come out. But if we didn't know Ultimate's coming out in December, people would still be try-harding and doing their best and going to every event and competing at the top level. Nowadays, people, they place not where they think they should or where they want to place, and they're like, nah, just wait till Ultimate, it's okay. So it's
December 7th, man, or whatever it is.
I feel like Ultimate being announced and being a thing that we know is happening kind of hurts Smash 4, but at the same time, we still have 1,300 people here ready to compete and play. So it's while we're waiting for December, we're still living in the now and competing and playing the game.
You both competed in Brawl, and you got to see this transition from one game to another in the past. How do you think that compares to the current experience of where you are now?
This is going to be very different, because what happens was, 2014 was when Smash 4 came out, and that was kind of the beginning of the esports bubble kind of existing. League really got big in 2013, 2014, at least to me.
Yeah, it did.
From an outside perspective at the very least. Now we're in full force. And now we have a console that is incredibly well sold. It already has more units, or about the same units
like
as the
100 million, yeah,
lifetime.
That's crazy.
So, like, Smash 4 from Brawl was a significant increase because I think like the biggest Brawl tournament ever was 400 entrants, and then the first Apex was like 1,500. Now we're like dying and having 1,300. When Ultimate comes out, I'm expecting like legitimately like 6,000-7,000 players like at a major. It's gonna be insane.
It's definitely not impossible.
It's so scary.
Like just comparing the Wii U's life with the Switch life, just console sold and player base. Like the player base for Switch is gonna be
massive.
Yeah, it's more than twice, more than 3 times, maybe even more than that. Like it can go, like the sky's the limit and then some with Ultimate, I feel. Like we think Evo's big now with like, you know, Street Fighter 5 had like 5,000 entrants. Like I'm pretty sure Ultimate's gonna laugh at that.
Yeah.
Like we'll have like 7, 8, 9, 10,000 entrants.
Question mark?
Who
Yeah.
knows? You know, anything's possible with the game because the Switch is so successful, and Smash is that game that everyone always has.
Right.
So
I was going to ask about that. You know, it's the Wii U was like a legitimately terrible console. It's like Smash. There were a couple games.
It was really good.
There were a couple games that were like above their prime. I would say Smash 4 generally is, compared to the other Smash games, not a bad game at all.
Yeah.
Right.
But like the Switch is a very good console, I think, and I think it's very well received. Accessibility-wise, it's very easy because you can take it with you. And do you think that entices more people to play games just generally and specifically in the Smash community?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know so many people that were like, yeah, I never even bought a Wii U, even though I like was a Nintendo fanboy, and like day one got a Switch, or like now we're like, yo, you know, I got a Switch recently. I'm catching up on Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, and you know all the third party, like you have like Hollow Knight and Celeste and all those type of games. But when Smash comes out, like everyone plays Smash. You go to a random college in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, hey, who's the best Smash player here? And someone would be like, oh, me. Like at any frat, at anywhere.
Everywhere you go, everywhere.
So especially if, I mean, obviously, it seems like Nintendo's pushing it more because like the Nintendo Versus Twitter account, they had, again, the E3 Invitational. So especially if they are like marketing like, hey, there's tournaments, like I'm so scared. Yeah. I'm so excited because I think I'm gonna be very good at the game, but I'm so scared for the TOs. I'm gonna feel so bad for the tournament organizers.
So I have to ask this. I think fighting games have had a really bad time at converting their players, people who generally play the game, into people that actually participate or watch, right? That's why like even League of Legends, the biggest game in the industry, has a problem with this. Yeah. And I would say fighting games have it worse in terms of converting those people. How do you get someone who plays Smash in a college dorm to engage in the Smash esports community, whether it be as a player or a spectator?
Well, I think if you look at events like Super Smash Con, they're very good at advertising it as more than just come out and compete. You know, it's an event that you come out and you're all enjoying Smash. Everyone there has some relationship with Smash. And, you know, we see like families, children that look up to the players. So I think it's going to be more about pushing the players and their personalities to the public. That makes it more enticing for the people who watch the game, play the game, to come out to like meet us, play with us, and also compete.
And want to be one of us, type of thing.
So if we can just inspire more people to do what we do, then they will come. You know, people love watching events on Twitch, but now you can be at the event. Be there rooting for everyone live. You know, you could see Salem beat Zero at EVO last year live as opposed to behind your screen. Right. The energy is so much different than watching it and being there. And I think that once people understand that, they'll want to be a part of it even more.
And even the round before that, to get people to even watch it on Twitch in the first place, if, again, this is based on Nintendo, but if Nintendo, like on the Switch, you know, like the opening screen, if it was just like, hey, there's this tournament happening, and it's like it's a box.
Yeah, it's a box.
It's like, hey, watch Shine, or watch Insert Genesis, whatever, and people go, oh, what's that? Click it, watch it. They go, oh wow, there's a competitive scene for this, because even though you expect everyone to know that, there's always people like, yeah, this is my first tournament. I didn't know that there was a competitive Smash scene until 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But like, to us, obviously, because we're in it, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But like getting that casual market just by being like, hey, watch this tournament on Twitch, like watch this high-level matches.
Or imagine if they went a step further and they had like marketing like commercials. You have a Smash commercial and it's advertising a tournament. Maybe one day, who knows?
Like it has like Hungrybox popping off, like us popping off, like something
it just
like that.
depends on how influenced Nintendo wants to be. If they want to push it as far as they can push it, then Nintendo can market events and the public will know.
I think the biggest question for fighting games over the last year and a half, really, especially with all these titles that have very, I guess, popular intellectual property. So we're talking like Injustice, right, which has all the DC superheroes.
Fighters.
Talking Marvel, which has all the Marvel universe. Dragon Ball Fighters, right? It's got another one of those like very recognizable IPs. A lot of people watch anime and cartoons, right? None of them, I feel, have been able to push into the mainstream and take fighting games a step bigger. Do you think Ultimate can be the game that does that?
100%.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that it has every character that's ever been in Smash, the crossover between, you know, younger Nintendo fans who like recognize the Inklings as characters and they want to play Smash because of an Inkling now, as opposed to, you know, those who are like our age and it's like, you know, people that love like Metal Gear Solid, Snake is back. People want to play Snake. People want to play Ridley because they love Metroid. Like all these things that it's like they can just push it so hard with all of their IPs. Like it is just the most diverse cast that you can ever have.
Right.
And people will gravitate towards it because it's just a very appealing cast as it is. And if the game is amazing, then that's just a plus.
And at the same time, you have, you know, let's say like a protective family. You don't want them playing Injustice or Mortal Kombat where there's like kind of gory scenes. Yeah.
Or blood and stuff.
Yeah, Smash is it's so cartoony, but not like violent cartoon. It's just kind of normal cartoon type of animation. So people are like, yeah, I'm fine with my kid playing this. It's what, E10, maybe T for teen. Like you're gonna be 100% fine, and that's probably because of Bayonetta. Like you're gonna be 100% fine just watching things online because you're not gonna be scared of your child being exposed to inappropriate material. And like one of the things is like I feel like the Smash commentators in particular are really, really good at like
and they've gotten so much better.
Yeah,
too.
they're not just keeping all inappropriate type of stuff out. Like unless you like really know what they're like, it'll go over kids' head, kind of like how Disney movies will have like dirty jokes, but like you don't realize it until you rewatch it when you're an adult, and you're like, oh, that's what they said. But there's, you know, at most that's what happens with the commentators.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have clean commentary. We're gonna have the clean, obviously, characters because no one's gonna be like, wow, Link died. Like they're gonna be like, oh, he like flew off the stage. Like no one, like I mean, the players say like death and die, but the casual watchers say like, oh wow, he flew off the stage really hard. It's not, so like there's not that much like morbidity or like scariness for like the parent side. So then, oh, they see that they can watch it. Maybe, oh, there's one, you know, there's an event near us. Let's go check it out, see how good it is. Because then, as he mentioned before, they'll see the personalities, they'll see the people that are very engaging and very like inspiring, I guess, which has something that we've been called before by like young children and parents, which is
strange
and crazy. Like it's incredibly humbling to be like, yeah, like my child looks up to you, and I'm just like. But there's enough of them that I feel like a lot in Smash that it can just, the possibilities are limitless. Yeah. And I'm just, you know, obviously we have to see where it goes because it depends on how much Nintendo wants to push. It depends on the general perception of the game once it comes out, because that's like a big deal. You know, shout outs to Marvel Infinite. But it's gonna be, it can be the biggest fighting game at the very least, and actually like rival the other esports. Because like right now it's like, oh, fighting games have like their one a year, which is this. But like League has all the LCSs. Overwatch now has Overwatch League. You have Hearthstone majors, you have CSGO majors, and then it's like, oh, there's fighting games like after that.
Yeah.
But with Ultimate, I feel like the appeal is so large that it can fight with those big boys.
You mentioned that a lot of people talk to you about being a role model. With the potential for that to skyrocket even more and you to be exposed to a bigger audience, do you feel a sense of pressure between the two of you to maintain good behavior and really like act as role models and that responsibility?
I think for us it's kind of second nature at this point. Like we don't put on a show for people when it's like, oh, you're really nice, and then it's like you walk away and then we're, you know, not the nicest people on the planet. No, it's just who we are. And people see us and they think of us as that positive influence, positive person, positive unit, because we're together a lot. So it's like, it doesn't do anything much for us. Like it's not an extra challenge or, you know, more pressure. It's like, well, there's gonna be more eyes on me, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And it's worked this far. So, you know, it's not gonna be a stress for us.
Like it's kind of like what Ninja did, where Ninja was like, wow, I like notice how many like 8-year-olds are watching me. Maybe I'll like curse less. Because like, you know, obviously since we don't really put on an act, like if we're caught off guard during stream, we're like, oh, what the, like, and we'll, you know, expletives.
Yeah.
But maybe clean that up just a little bit, but then we're not going to change who we are. We'll just have to be like, let me not curse because I know there's a lot of young children watching me. Let me be as positive as an influence as I can be. But like at the same time, like even if we didn't, like it's still, like we're still good. Like it's not like we're using them as sentence enhancers. It'll be like an exclamatory,
like a reaction. More
yeah,
so.
Yeah. So it's a little different, but I don't think there's more pressure. Like maybe for others, but again for us in particular, I feel like we already do a good enough job at it that like I'm chilling. I'm good.
We've always kept it PG, pretty. Yeah.
Well, thank you both. I appreciate it.
Thank you.